Let's give them a welcome, gents. Prepare to fire. One. No, that's not even one. One. No, you missed. Get close. Two. Three. Four.
Don't hit him.
5. 6. 7. 8, 9, 10, 12. That's enough, Mr. Kevin.
One more.
Untie this man, take him to the brig.
Send him to the sergeant, sir.
Mr. Garland, sir! Send him to see him to the surgeon. It's always a shame to see a man derelict in his duty.
Right.
But we have no room for defaulters in His Majesty's Navy.
3. Left. Tail. Forward. March. Left. Left. fine, you're fine.
Not anymore. That'll happen in the print shop. In your home school, do you learn how to cipher? Ciphering? No. Do you have any instruction in ciphering? You know nothing of addition or subtraction? Oh, so you are learning about ciphering, but not anymore. You learn about your ciphering in the print shop. And of course, I will teach you the secrets of the trade of printing, which you have already demonstrated that you have quite a knack for. So that will be probably the easiest part of your education. All right, thanks folks. Do you have questions?
So an apprenticeship starts when at the school age?
We'll take apprentices as young as 7 years old and as old as 14. We won't take apprentices once they turn 15. We found out that if we set the cutoff at 14, we got just the right number of apprentices. If we went up to 15 or 16, we had too many moms trying to give us their kids to be able to go into apprenticeships. It was just too many, so we stop at 14 years of age. It does not matter how old you are when you start your apprenticeship. You will conclude your apprenticeship when on the day you turn 21 years old.
Article the 13th. Every person in the fleet who, though through cowardice, negligence, or disaffection, shall forbear to pursue the chase of any enemy, pirate or rebel, beaten or flying, or shall not relieve or assist his known friend in view to the utmost of his power, being convicted of any such offense by the sentence of a court-martial, shall suffer death.
We wish to present a medley of songs popular in the colonial and Revolutionary War era. Self-made music was very important in this era for military command and morale, for social interaction, and for political persuasion. In these times, many songs had just words written and published, and it was left to the performer to choose a tune, largely based on the meter of the words as written in a poetic style. The songs that we will perform will be sung to tunes that have been recorded through history and that may not be exactly like those utilized in the period. We begin in the colonial era when all persons in the 13 colonies were subjects of the British Crown, and more specifically King George II, who reigned from 1727 to 1760, and King George III, who reigned from 1760 to 1820. Many, if not most, colonists knew the song "God Save Great George Our King," published in the Gentleman's Magazine in 1745. God save great George our King, long live our noble King. God save the King, send him victorious.
politics, frustrate their knavish tricks. On him our hopes we fix, God save us all. Thy choicest gifts in store on George be pleased to pour. Long may he reign. May he bend our laws and ever give us cause to say with heart and voice, God save the King.
We follow that with 3 verses of the British Grenadiers, said to be the most famous tune in the British Army, with origins likely in a Dutch martial tune. The British Grenadiers has been the regimental quick march of the Royal Artillery and the Honourable Artillery Company since 1716, and the quick march for the 1st Regiment of Foot Guards and the Royal Regiment of Fusiliers since 1763. These verses were published in the Universal Songster in 1755. Those scrubs that were called heroes ne'er knew a cannonball, nor knew the force of powder to kill their foes withal. Our braver boys do shew it and banish all their fears. The row, 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 row to the British Grenadiers. For when that were commanded to storm the palisades, march with fuses and we with hand grenades. We toss them from the glazes, grenades from the enemy's ears. To the tower, row, 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 with the British Grenadiers. Then let us fill a full glass and drink a health to those who wear the caps and pouches and regimental clothes. They and their commanders happily Italy lives. To the tower, row, 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 to the British Grenadiers. Hey.
Thank you.
Now we turn our attention to songs of an American origin. The first is The World Turned Upside Down, also called The Old Woman Taught Wisdom, and was published in the Gentleman's Magazine in 1767. The song sounds like it's describing a disrespectful relationship between a mother and daughter, which it is, I guess, but instead it's a real purpose is to cast light on the relationship between the British Crown and the colonists. 7 out of 12 verses have been selected here. Goody Bull and her daughter together fell out, both squabbled and wrangled and made a damn rout, but the cause of their quarrel remains to be told. They'll lend both your ears and their tale I'll unfold. Derry down, down, hey derry down, they'll lend both your ears and their tale I'll unfold. The old lady, it seems, took a drink in her head, that her daughter grown woman might earn her own bread. So blooding her skin, she was ready to dance, but we're often too sanguine in what we had passed. Derry down, down, hey derry down, but we're often too sanguine in what we had passed. In vain did the matron go forth in the cause, that the young one was able her duty the laws. Ingratitude, wild disobedience far worse, when she might eat as well as sing songs to a horse. Derry down, down, hey derry down, but she might eat as well as sing songs to a horse. She be damned, cries the farmer, and to her he goes. First roars in her ears and then creaks her old nose. All a goody, what ails you, a woman, I say? I'm just to make peace in this desperate fray. Derry down, down, hey derry down, I'm come to make peace in this desperate fray. Alas, cries the mother, and must I comply? But I'd rather submit than the hussy should die. For prithee be quiet, be friends and agree, you must surely be right.
Georgius Rex, Latin way that you would say King George. And so it always starts with the crest. It has the authority by which the proclamation was issued, the proclamation itself, the date that it's given, and it always concludes with God Save the King. So I'm just going to read this, what we just trying to read. You're going to find out that Governor Dunmore is not a humble man. By His Excellency,
and pray leave of nonsense, 'tis all a mere farce. As I carried my point, you may now kiss my arse. Derry down, down, hey, derry down. As I carried my point, you may now kiss my arse.
In the next year, 1768, the Liberty Song and Freedom Were Born was published in the Boston Gazette and the Boston Chronicle, set to the tune Heart of Oak. According to the Dickinson College, composer John Dickinson set out to reflect on the political strife caused by the Townshend Acts of 1767, the latest in a series of British Crown taxes levied on the colonies. Dickinson wrote this song's words to fit the famous music of the anthem of the British Royal Navy, Heart of Oak, composed in 1759 by Dr. William Boyce. The Liberty Song and Freedom Were Born was sung throughout the colonies at political meetings, dinners, and celebrations. It is likely that the Liberty Song was the first song to express American patriotism. The most famous passage in the song is the source of a phrase known to many Americans centuries later: by uniting we stand, by dividing we fall. The Liberty Song was also apparently intended to open purses, as it states, "In freedom we're born and in freedom we'll live. Our purses are ready, steady, friends, steady. Not as slaves, but as free men, our money will give."
Come join hand in hand, the brave Americans all, and rouse your bold hearts at their liberty's call. No tyrannous act shall suppress your just claim, or stain with his honor America's name. In freedom we're born, and in freedom we'll live. Our purses are ready, steady, friends, steady. Not as slaves, but as free men, our money will give. Our worthy forefathers, let's give them a cheer. To climates unknown did courageously steer. Through oceans to deserts for freedom they came, and dying bequeathed us their freedom and fame. In freedom we're born, and in freedom we'll live. Our purses are ready, steady, friends, steady. Not as slaves, but as free men, our money will give. Their generous bosoms all dangers despise. So highly, so wisely, their birthrights they prize. We'll keep what they gave, we will piously keep. Nor frustrate their toils on the land and the deep. In freedom we're born, and in freedom we'll live. Our purses are ready, steady, friends, steady. Not as slaves, but as free men, our money will give. The tree their own hands had to liberty reared. They lived to behold it growing strong and revered. With transport they cried, and now our wishes we gain. For children shall gather the fruits of our pain. In freedom we're born, and in freedom we'll live. Our purses are ready, steady, friends, steady. Not as slaves, but as free men, our money will live. Swarms of placemen and pensioners soon will appear, like locusts deforming the charms of the year. Suns vainly will strive, showers vainly defend, if we are to judge for what others shall spend. In freedom we're born, and in freedom we'll live. Our purses are ready, steady, friends, steady. Not as slaves, but as free men, our money will give. Then join hand in hand, the brave Americans all. By uniting we stand, by dividing we fall. In so righteous a cause, let us hope to succeed. For heaven approves of each generous deed. In freedom we're born, and in freedom we'll live. purse is already steady, friends, steady. Not as slaves, but as free men, our money will give. All ages shall speak with amaze and applause of the courage we'll shew in support of our laws. To die we can bear, but to serve we disdain. For shame is to freedom more dreadful than pain. In freedom we're born, and in freedom we'll live. Our purse is already steady, friends, steady. Not as slaves, but as free men, our money will give. Last verse. This bumper I crown for our sovereign's health, and this for Britannia's glory and wealth. That wealth and not glory immortal may be, if she is but just, and if we are but free. In freedom we're born, and in freedom we'll live. Our purse is already steady, friends, steady. Not as slaves, but as free men, our money will give.
6 years later, in 1774, another Liberty song was published. This time in the Massachusetts Spy. This one was called the New Massachusetts Liberty Song and was essentially a very patriotic British Grenadiers parody, meant to inspire and call to action rebellious Americans.
That seat of science, Athens, and earth's great mistress Rome, where now are all their glories, we scarce can find their doom. Then guard your rights, Americans, nor stoop to lawless sway. Oppose, 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 my brave America. Proud of you, bow to Caesar and numerous lords before, to Picts, to Danes, to Normans, and many masters more. But we can boast, Americans, we never fall a prey. Huzzah, 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 huzzah for brave America. We led their freedom hither when lo the deserts smiled. A paradise of pleasure was opened in the wild. Your harvest bold, Americans, nor bow shall snatch away. Assert yourselves, my brave America. Torn from a world of tyrants beneath this western sky, we found a new dominion, a land of liberty. The world shall own their masters here, then hasten on the day. Huzzah, 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 huzzah for brave America. God bless this maiden flight. Did we do this already? God bless this maiden climate. Let's do it again. Okay, we already did that one. Lift up your heads, my heroes, and swear with proud disdain. Been a long weekend. A Frenchman would enslave you, shall spread his snares in vain. Should Europe open, all her force would meet them in array. And shout and shout and shout and shout for brave America. Last verse. Some future day shall crown us the masters of the main.
Oh, yeah.
And giving laws and freedom to subject France and Spain. When all the isles or oceans spread shall tremble and obey. Their lords, their lords, their lords, their lords of brave America.
The next American selection is probably the best known, yes, Andy, Revolutionary War Yankee Doodle, or the Yankees' Return from Camp. The University of Pittsburgh relates that the tune of this perennial air dates back hundreds of years, has been identified variously as English, French, Dutch, and Spanish. When British General George Braddock's army gathered colonial soldiers during the French and Indian War,
10 minutes.
the tattered colonials appeared to the British as being hilarious. British surgeon Richard Shuckburgh composed the words as a parody of exploits of a New England backwoodsman who joins Washington's colonial army and is befuddled by much of what he sees. He is steadily teased. Yankee Doodle, keep it up. Yankee Doodle dandy. During the Revolution, British soldiers again used it to ridicule the colonial troops, but after several patriot victories, the rebellious Americans adopted it as their own. Dozens of parodies and answer songs were written to the tune to comment on every aspect of the war. Thus, the tune came back many times to mock its composers, and at the end it was played triumphantly at Cornwallis' surrender. There are many verses to Yankee Doodle. 10 have been chosen to be sung as doublets, meaning 2 verses will be sung between each chorus. And the chorus is a little different tune than what many know. Father and I went down to camp along with Captain Gooding, and there we see the men and boys as thick as hasty pudding, and there we see 1,000 men as rich as Squire David, and what they wasted every day I wish it could be saved. Yankee Doodle, keep it up, Yankee Doodle dandy, mind the music and the step, and with the girls be handy, and there we see a swamp and gun large as a log of maple, on a deuced little cart, a load for father's cattle, and every time they shoot it off it took a horn of powder, makes a noise like father's gun, only a nation louder. Yankee Doodle, keep it up, Yankee Doodle dandy, mind the music and the step, and with the girls be handy, and there I see a pumpkin shell as big as mother's basin, and every time they touched it off they scampered like the nation. I see a little barrel too, the heads were made of leather, they knocked the pump with little gloves and called the folks together. Yankee Doodle, keep it up, Yankee Doodle dandy, mind the music and the step, and with the girls be handy, and there was Captain Washington and gentle folks about him, they say he's grown so tarnal proud he will not ride without it. He got him on his meeting clothes upon a slapping stallion, he set the world along in rows and hunted and in millions. Yankee Doodle, keep it up, Yankee Doodle dandy, mind the music and the step, and with the girls be handy. I see another snarl of men a-digging graves, they told me, so tarnal long, so tarnal deep, they tended they should hold me. It scared me so I hooked it off, first up as I remember, nor turned about till I got home, locked up in mother's chamber. Yankee Doodle, keep it up, Yankee Doodle dandy, mind the music and the step, and with the girls be handy. Yankee Doodle, keep it up, Yankee Doodle dandy, mind the music and the step, and with the girls be handy. Okay. Thank you. What do you want to do for your final?